Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is the last day of September, end of the month, end of the quarter, almost end of the week as well. Of course, our daily recap on gold, Bitcoin, and USD. There you go. We're going to start with gold as always. As you can see, from the morning, we were expecting either a bounce from this level or even as you can see, double top at 1733, which we got exactly here. Continuation down for around 110 pips. And then, since this is the end of the month, we saw a huge rejection and price setting up for the new quarter. I will explain it later. And big rejection of more than 400 pips. Let's jump into the 1 minute. As you can see, very strong action from the morning. We were into this range. At the time of the analysis, we saw the bounce of this PSA and the creation of the double top that we were expecting for price to go into sells. Which we did with many safe entries below the PSA, below the key level, below the other PSA, continuation down for a nice scalp and pips. From there, 1721 key level, as you can see, very strong demand area, brought price with a nice reaction. But now when you see strong during New York break and retest of the key level / previous PSA, you have the confirmation. You break and retest those previous highs on the left and the PSA replanned. We have further confirmation of here of price failing to break. Then we have order confirmation to enter buys, even at almost pullback, every pullback at a PSA or key level, you could have entered and got profit. Every single one of those. Even after $200 pips move, you could have entered here, break and retest, and get like 100 pips more. After that, just ranging, of course. Why I say this is the price setting for the new quarter, because let me show you. Let's go into the perspective of an investor. So this is the time frame. Let's say we are here. The trend is strong bearish, and we know the reasons. We know that the tapering is coming, so it's right that is going to be bearish. Is the new quarter, end of the year, coming in? Tomorrow is going to start. Where do you want price to continue? You want price to continue already down right now, or you want to have better prices and have more range to continue down? So you bring price up here, not breaking price structure. We can even have a monthly or quarterly top week at 1781, but then price continue down, and then melt with the taper happening most likely in November. That's why I say this is a price setting point. Nothing. We were expecting these moves, crazy moves. We were expecting these buys above each of the PSA, as you can see. Wasn't expecting that aggressive of the move. Let's go on Bitcoin. As you can see from here, price played exactly how I planned. It is opportunity, of course, with here. We had these buys bounce of 43,100, as you can see, or deeper, 42,750, as you can see here, 42,750. This one is a little bit lower, but it's the PPL 4250, then 750. And you see the double bottom being created with high risk, high reward buys, safer buys above here, retesting exactly 44K. After that, the rejection, it was not planned exactly, but was expecting is the top of the block. But look at this price action. Tack, 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 tack. Exactly planned over here. There you go. Okay, but let's jump as always on the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, it did exactly what we wanted. At first, double top. Look at this price sensitivity area. Look at this. Of course, the PPL 750 gets touched. But look at the rejection here. The bounce failing to break into new highs. Retesting this same exact price point and demand area, exactly the same, and bouncing off. Look at the reactions at the PPLs. Bouncing off, break and retest, break and retest, break and retest, continuation. Of course, you know 44K, how strong as that price point is, and you see very strong rejection and immediate correction of the whole move and the reaction at the key level. So very, very important to identify in intraday big demand areas. Of course, on the contrary, supply areas. Let's finish it off on EuroDollar, which, as you can see, is not going to be the same as gold, because remember that EuroDollar is a currency, gold is a commodity, is an asset, so it's a different beast. We were expecting the continuation of the bearish trend, and we saw the exactly from here. Sky wall sells from these price points, which were retested multiple times, creating a double top and a continuation down. On the 1 minute time frame, it's very clear. We were bouncing off. London session, London open. Okay, I was here. Makes a lower wick. This is a fake out, breaking retest, back above. As I just told you, supply zone, multiple rejections. We start identifying and some confirmation of a switch in the trend. Break and retest of your pre-planned PSA, and you have your scalp cells taking profits for like 26 pips, or if you took the medium risk entry, 30 pips. Then we see a lower correction, but you can see here failing to break above this supply zone, going back in, even dipping below. This one was a nice fake out, but it was very late, so the volume is not in anymore. So if you take your scalps, you have this nice time range for gold from pre-London / Eurozone open till London open, London close, and you have the all scalps opportunities of the world in this time frame. So this is for EuroDollar as well. Remember that we're going to start the new quarter tomorrow, the last of the year. We're going to have the tapering very likely happening in November. So, okay. So as I explained you already, you have a very bullish trend. You have pre-London, pre-New York. You have New York open. Where is it? Here. Not top wick yet. Not lower wick. It makes a lower wick. And then continuation down. As you can see, fails even if your trend line was like this. Still breaking above the key level, the PSA, you start having some confirmation. You don't have the confirmation for entry yet. You see this nice candle, you don't enter here because the candle is closing very weak bullish just above. In fact, you see a rejection retesting this previous PSA. A nice other entry, not from my setup, would have been this candle engulfing, but as you can see, yes, we have to put a stop loss that is wide enough. We're talking about 15 pips over here. As per my setup, you already know this was the candle to enter. Lower wick and then nice body. Zero drawdown, get your 20 pips. You are still at your entry. You take your partials here and then you let the rest run risk free. And you have the 20% that if you follow my rules of okay goes above, actually would have been stopped out here at 45. So you would have got either 82 pips with your 20%, you get out, or you get stopped out at 1 to 3 here. There's no real entry in this area. You just want to see price resuming the trend. So you wait, you see, okay, I want to see more confirmation of bullish. You have this one, not actually my setup, but might be interesting to enter here. You enter and get 27, 30 pips, you get your 30 pips. So you still have your partials and the rest running risk-free. The rest gets stopped out here, but it's fine. You still have 2 wins. And you see, okay, let's see now. You see price continuing up, bullish momentum very strong. This was, as you can see, I always forget, this was the new hourly candle making the lower wick. So you can expect the pullback. Then when you see the continuation up, you are safe. This is very close as an entry for New York Stock Exchange, so it's very risky. New York Stock Exchange open here, makes a lower wick, makes a top wick, so it's undecisive. But when you see price breaking above here, as you can see, very strong. You see, okay, let's see. This candle is telling you I was bullish, I was bearish, and the last second I grabbed the liquidity and then continued up with the next bear candle. If you don't want to take the high risk high reward hand here, it's fine. You still have a closures above and the flip. And you have another entry possibility above the PSA, getting 45 pips straight away. Look here, yeah, at the key level, you see strong confirmation, break and retest. You see some source, you see this candle is closing below, but this is getting immediately corrected. There's no real entry as per my setup, unless you take the entry, yeah, because of my usual setup, lower wick and then up wick. This would have been like 15 pips is in the middle of the range, taking advantage of the momentum. 60 pips, retest of the key level on the dot, continuation up. You are here, PSA of interest. What is this candle doing? This is the first step. So what is after the 1751 break and retest? You have the confirmation, lower wick, and then flips. You enter here. You have 15 pips, taking advantage of the momentum. 38, 35 pips already. Even more if you let the winners run. Again, above the key level, no real retest. Then you start seeing these candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are showing exhaustion. This big rejection. This still closing bullish, so it's not clear rejection, but still very, very strong sellers against this bullish candle. Do you have any entry here? Possibly. Around here, 15 pips. And yeah, like 27, not too much. But that's it. I mean, even if you entered here, flip at the flip of the candle, 15 pips. You will still be alive and take your TP over there. Yes, it will take 1 hour, 2 hours, so it's not anymore scalping, but it is what it is. So this is it, guys, for September. See you guys next time. See you guys tomorrow.